Allow me to introduce the device that is about to change your approach to the investigational treatment of particular degenerative and inflammatory conditions. It can be used right in your office or hospital or where your clinical study is established. Introducing MiniStem system.
The process starts with mini liposuction. MiniStem processes up to 200 milliliters of lipoaspirate. An important point, MiniStem performs dual functions: preparation of injectable fat graft and ultimate harvest of regenerative cell fraction called stromal vascular fraction, or SVF. For the purpose of SVF harvest, we recommend limiting the liposuction to up to the maximum 120 milliliters. In terms of facilitation of the fat harvesting process, the liposuction should be performed mechanically with a 60 cc Lurlock syringe connected to a cannula of 2 to 2.5 millimeter lumen. Our manual includes precise recommendations for the liposuction protocol and anesthesia. We can also provide you with appropriate syringe and cannula. Here are the 6 steps of the process. Step 1. Once the fat is obtained in the syringe is then connected to the inlet marked A and released into a container. Now the fat can be washed out of the anesthetics and blood contamination. To perform this procedure, we add 50 milliliters of washing solution, lactated saline for instance. Again, we are using the same inlet as before, inlet A. In the meantime, we are balancing the custom centrifuge with the provided container in a washing program mode 5 minutes at 250 G. You may use the same washing syringe to aspirate the washed out contaminants. Connect the inlet B1 and aspirate the pellet from the bottom with the accumulated liquids along with it, around 50 milliliters. This substance can be discarded or sent for a contamination test for your records. Step 2. The Enzyme reagent, as explained in the manual, is prepared in advance and stored in your freezer. It needs to be warmed just before the procedure. Let's introduce the reagent and add the volume of the content to the same level as before the first centrifugation. By doing this, we don't have to balance it again. Step 3. We leave the MiniStem in the shaker for 45 minutes at 37 degrees Celsius in the upside down position. Upon completion of this step, we return to the second centrifugation, selecting the concentration program mode, 20 minutes at 800 G. Upon completion, the cells are filtered down to the pellet. Step 4. Connect the 60 cc empty syringe to the B2 inlet and aspirate all possible supernatant above the pellet at the cone. Now you have the cells in the remaining 5 milliliters of solution. Connect the 5 milliliter syringe to the B1 inlet. Resuspend it by on and off movement of the plunger and collect the cell suspension. Step 5. Now the cell suspension is transferred to the second unit, 50 milliliter tube, which has 1 inlet. Pre-fill the tube with 20 milliliters of washing solution. Now release the cell suspension into a tube. And spin for 10 minutes at 250 G. Use a regular 50 milliliter tube for balancing. Use any suitable syringe to aspirate the supernatant. Take the provided collection needle and insert it through the valve all the way down. Take the new 5 milliliter syringe, connect it to the needle, and aspirate the pellet. This is the last step in the process. It's completed now. The cells may be counted by saving a few droplets into an Eppendorf tube. We can recommend a reliable tabletop cell counter that will help to keep a record of each run and monitor the outcome for data collection.
At first, it might look complicated, but we can assure you that after you try it once, it will become seamless. The bottom line, you will get access to the regenerative medicine at the palm of your hand.